Pokemon GO's most expensive evolution is coming during the Harvest Festival event, and today I'm breaking down everything you need to know, so by the end of this video, you'll be fully ready for it. Let's talk about it. So this event is October 10th, 10 a.m. to October 16th, 8 p.m. your local time, and it will be debuting a new evolution line from the Applin line, Diplin and Hydrapple. Now yes, this is going to be an expensive Pokemon because to evolve Applin into Diplin, you're going to need 200 Applin candies and 20 syrupy apples, which you can collect from clicking on the apples on the map around you. Then to evolve it into the final form Hydrapple, you're going to need another 400 Applin candies. You'll also need to catch 7 Dragon-type Pokemon with it as your buddy to evolve it, making this evolution very, very hard to get. And we'll talk about if it's going to be worth this grind in a bit. Nonetheless, there's other things going down with the bonus of 2 times catch candy for catching a Pokemon on a Pineapple or Silver Pineapple berry, so technically 4 times. Increased chance for apples to appear near Pokestops with a Mossy Lure active, and increased shiny odds on shiny Punkaboo and shiny Smoliv, probably 1 in 128. The wild spawns during the event will be Miltank, Combi, Smoliv, and rare spawns for Applin, as well as other spawns. We don't have the full list. There'll also be event exclusive field research tasks to get you encounters with Punkaboo in the small, average, large, and supersized form, Applin, Smoliv, and other Pokemon. There'll be an event collection challenge focused on catching and evolving Pokemon to get you a Mossy Lure, Stardust, Syrupy Apples, and encounters with Applin. A paid timed research you can buy for $5 USD. If you buy it through the web store, you do get 3 free Silver Pineapple berries included in your purchase. If you buy this timed research, you will get the following bonuses unlocked until the end of the event: 2 times Mossy Lure module duration, so 1 hour Mossy Lures, increased chance for berries to be collected from Pokestops, including Silver Pineapples and Golden Raspberries available to collect from spinning stops, which is cool. I've never seen that bonus before. Then you'll have the timed research you can complete to get you 30 Silver Pineapple berries, 3 Mossy Lures, encounters with Applin, and more. As far as the raids during the event, until October 14th, we'll have Deoxys in the normal form and defense form, and then October 14th, switching over to attack form Deoxys and speed form Deoxys. The mega raids until October 14th will be Mega Sceptile, Mega Blaziken, and Mega Swampert, switching on October 14th to Mega Mawile and Mega Salamence. Okay, I'm sure everyone's wondering, is this new super expensive Pokemon to get actually worth it? Well, of course, Applin is a weird Pokemon because it has 3 different evolution lines, and this is the 3rd one we're getting. Let's take a look at the first Pokemon you can evolve it to, Diplin, for 20 syrupy apples and 200 Applin candies. Diplin's going to have an attack of 173, HP of 190, defense of 184, with a max CPL of 50 of 2,681. Time making this video, I don't know what the fast moves and charge moves this Pokemon is going to get, but it will not be as strong as its final form, so we can actually just skip it. We can jump into Hydrapple, which for another 400 candies, you can evolve your Diplin from. Now, you also actually do need to make Diplin your buddy and catch 7 Dragon-type Pokemon as well to make this evolution, something I forgot to mention earlier, but overall, a hard Pokemon to get. But Hydrapple does come with an attack stat of 216, HP of 235, defense of 186, and a max CPL of 50 of 3,656. Again, no clue what the fast moves and charge moves are, but just take a look at the stats and the potential moves this Pokemon could learn. It's not going to be a strong dragon or a strong grass type raid attacker because all the best strong grass and dragon type attackers have just way higher attack stats. As far as PvP goes, this Pokemon could definitely see play, but that's all going to depend on what moves it ends up getting. It does have a signature move, Fickle Beam, that in the main series games is a dragon type move that 70% of the time will do 80 damage, but 30% of the time will do 160 damage. So don't know how they'll implement that in Pokemon Go, but if we ever get Fickle Beam, could be a pretty cool move for Hydrapple. But that's not all going down during the event. What are the best spawns we can focus on? And there's some good ones with Combi in the wild, which gets you 750 Stardust per catch. It's a hard Pokemon to catch, so use those Golden Raspberries and Ultra Balls to catch them, especially the ones you get from spinning Pokestops, but good to go ahead and grind Stardust during the event. If you get Combis from research tasks as well, you can actually run from them, put them in your field research stack tasks, and hold on to them until Solosis Calm Day on October 12th with 3 times catch Stardust, getting you 2,250 Stardust per Combi catch, even more on a star piece if you hold on to your Combi encounters until then. Punkaboo is also appearing in the wild, which is an amazing Pokemon for the level up update coming soon. It's a good way to grind XP because every time you evolve a Pokemon, you get 1,000 XP, and if you receive a Punkaboo from a trade, it's actually free to evolve it, 0 candies. So if you and your friend catch a bunch of Punkaboos, mirror trade them, you can then hoard these Punkaboos and trade them on a lucky egg or wait for a 2 times evolve XP spotlight hour and spam evolve them then. Also, the extra large and extra small Punkaboos do count towards your extra large and extra small Punkaboo medals, which we'll talk about in a bit, but evolving them also gets you an extra point. Applin is also appearing in the wild, which again is a hard Pokemon to get, but I do want to give a quick mention as well to Flapple and Appleton, which do have Gmax variants that aren't in Pokemon Go yet. These Gmaxes could be very, very strong. So even if you're not going to get Hydrapple during the event because you don't want it, it's still good to get candies and XL candies for Applin for those Pokemon. Now, as far as the raid bosses to focus on during the event, event. The Deoxys, there's a bunch of them, so if you want to get every single shiny form of the different forms of Deoxys, you can go after it. But currently in Pokemon Go, none of the Deoxys are good. Defense form Deoxys did get nerfed a while back, and it used to be good, so not a bad Pokemon to grab in case it does get pre-buffed soon. But at the time right now, Deoxys is just shiny for the collection. But in the Mega Raids, we do have Mega Blaziken, Mega Swampert, and Mega Salamence, which are top raid attackers, being the number 1 grass type attacker with Frenzy Plant, Mega Blaziken being the number 2 fire type attacker with Blast Burn and number 3 fighting type attacker, Mega Swampert being the number 2 water type and number 11 ground type attacker, and Mega Salamence being the number 4 dragon type attacker. So the Megas overall are great. If you don't have them, grab them. Now for all these Pokemon, you need candies for them. So remember to use Pineaps and Silver Pineaps during this event to grind more candies for any of the wild spawns, Applins, all that stuff. And remember, you do get 2 times catch candy. So I believe it's going to be like 4 times during the event, or just a lot more candy for using Pineapple Berries. So make sure you use them. Also, Mega Evolve a Pokemon during the event. This event is definitely themed around grass type Pokemon. We don't have the full spawn list, but most likely it is the Harvest Festival event about grass types. So Mega Evolve either Mega Venusaur, Sceptile, Primal Groudon, or Mega Abomasnow during the event to get more candies for any of the grass type spawns you see. Really useful for Applin because you're gonna need a lot of candies for that. Also, trade away Pokemon. Every time you trade away a Pokemon this season, you get 1 candy and a guaranteed XL candy. Also, every Sunday during this season, there's the trade bonuses of 2 candy XLs per trade, 1 extra special trade, 10% less Stardust for trades, and a higher chance of Pokemon going lucky from trades. So if you're gonna trade on Sundays, you're gonna be getting more candies and also a higher chance that Pokemon randomly go lucky with a higher IV floor, and potentially you get yourself a hundo. Finally, if you're gonna do any max battles during the event, a great opportunity to get candies is to drop Pokemon in power spots after you do those max battles. Drop Pokemon in a power spot. Every time somebody battles it, you get a candy, up to 5 candies. Really useful to drop things like Cub Food, Dynamax Legendaries, different rare G-Max Pokemon in power spots after you battle them to passively grind candy, and then pull them out once you got your 5 candies and do it again. Now, when level 80 drops, we don't know if we're gonna need certain platinum medals, but based on level 50, most likely we're gonna need a certain amount of platinum medals to hit level 80. So which ones can we work on during the event? I'll obviously mention all the type medals, the Gardener medal, catch the Applins, catch the grass types. If you haven't completed these medals, complete them. It also makes it easier to catch that type of Pokemon. You just need 2,500 of each. Also gonna mention obviously the Jumbo Collector and Tiny Collector medal, Punkaboo spawning, catch those extra smalls and extra large Punkaboos, and if you receive them from trades, it counts towards this. Mossy Lures are obviously huge during the event, so dropping those at Pokestops is going to be great to work on your Picnic medal because people will come around, catch Pokemon off your Mossy Lures to get you points on this medal and also get those apples. Finally, I'll mention the Showcase Star medal, win those Pokestop showcases. Most likely we'll have showcases for Applin, potentially Hydrapple during the event, so try your best to win them to work on your Showcase Star medal. Now, before the event starts, go into your advanced settings and download all assets and turn on native refresh rate. This will make for a much smoother gameplay experience and use less phone battery. Also, set a buddy that's at least the great buddy level, especially if you're going to be doing a bunch of raids, because this gives you access to the buddy bounce back. If you end up missing a throw, your buddy can sometimes bounce it back, saving you that ball. Now, if you want to grind a lot of Applin candies during the event, the best way to go after it is going to be with the Spatial Rend Adventure effect, doubling your spawn distance from 40 to 80 meters. The more Pokemon you can see, the more Applins you can catch, the more candies you can get in all the wild spawns. You can also pair this with the quick catch technique, which is what the pros use to go ahead and catch Pokemon as quick as possible, allowing you to skip the catching animation. I'll go ahead and link a video below if you want to learn how to do that, but combine that with Spatial Rend is how you catch Pokemon the quickest, catching up to like 600 Pokemon an hour if you're fast. Also, we do have some other events going down during the event. Make sure not to miss them. That I will quickly mention. First of all, Dynamax Bound Suite is getting a Max Monday on October 13th, 6 to 7 p.m., in which every power spot will have a Dynamax Bound Suite battle. Overall, not a good Dynamax Pokemon to get, but not bad if you want to go ahead and use your max particles you might have stocked up. Parallel Spot Hours on October 14th from 6 to 7 p.m. with the bonus of 2 times catch Stardust. If you want to grind a lot of Stardust, go ahead and catch as many Pedrilils as you can during that Spotlight Hour. Unfortunately, that Pokemon, again, not very good, but good to grind Stardust, especially with the Star Piece. If you're really into Stardust, farming Solosis Calm Day, which I'll have a second video about coming out soon, October 12th, 2 to 5 p.m. with the bonus of 3 times catch Stardust is also a great one. Finally, we do have Attack and Speed Form Deoxys Raid Hour, October 15th, 6 to 7 p.m. The number one reason I would play this raid hour is every time you go ahead and catch a Pokemon from raid hour this season, you'll go ahead and get 1 guaranteed rare candy XL, which is one of the hardest items to get in the game. So doing a bunch of Deoxys raids, especially the speed and attack form Deoxys, which are arguably soloable and super easy Pokemon to take down, even for a rural player, this can be one of the best chances to get rare candy XL. Now, this event leads up to the level 80 release. So this is kind of your last chance to grind XP if you want to try to get as high a level as possible and try to get all the legacy items before they go away. way. So remember, during this event, we do have 2 times catch XP for hitting nice throws or better. So focus on those excellent throws for 4,000 XP per excellent throw you land on a lucky egg. Also, you get 3,000 more XP for completing raids and max battles during the event. So you go ahead and use that to grind a bunch of XP. For example, a tier 1 max battle gets you 8,000 XP right now. On a lucky egg, that can be doubled as well. So if you really want to go ahead and grind XP, use those max particles that you get for free on tier 1 max battles right now. Finally, consider attending a meetup. Specifically, Mossy Lure meetups might be a great event to host during this event. If you want to grind a lot of applins, you and a bunch of traders can go to a busy spot. Everybody goes ahead and drops Mossy Lures, and you guys have a higher chance to find the applins. Go ahead and get the candies and the applin encounters. If you need Mossy Lures, by the way, again, going back to showcases, become in the top 3 of a showcase, and you'll go ahead and potentially get premium items like a Mossy Lure. Finally, if you want to host these meetups, consider going on Campfire, because this is where you can get some free items for hosting meetups. If you go on Campfire, you sort by meetups, and you look for the meetups hosted by a community ambassador, attend these meetups and you check in, you'll get a free timed research for free items. Now, this will all depend on the event, but for a Max Monday, attend a meetup and check in, you'll get 800 free max particles. Spot hour on October 14th, you'll get a free super incubator. Raid hour on October 15th, you'll get a free raid pass. And also, if you are at a meetup checked in, you get 25% less egg incubator distance for being checked in and in a party at the meetup. So consider doing all those things for some free items. Nonetheless, guys, watch these other 2 videos on screen if you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you're going to be grinding out this new super expensive Pokemon to evolve or not. Follow for tips. Peace.